Hello, friends. My name is Swarnali, and I am 19 years old. Today, I am going to share a story that is very close to my heart. It is a story about friendship, change, and growing up. When I was 10 years old, I met my best friend, Tanya. She lived just 2 houses away from mine. Tanya and I did everything together. We went to school, played in the park, and shared all our secrets. She loved drawing, and I loved writing. Together, we created stories with her pictures and my words. Our bond was like magic. We made up silly songs, laughed until our stomachs hurt, and promised to be friends forever. On rainy days, we sat by the window, talking about our dreams. Tanya wanted to be an artist, and I wanted to write books. We believed in each other so much. She was like a sister to me. I knew her favorite color, her favorite food, and even the songs that made her cry. She knew me just as well. We had our own secret code and nicknames that no one else understood. Back then, it felt like nothing could ever come between us. Tanya was not just my friend, she was my other half. Life was so beautiful when we were together, and I thought it would always stay that way. As we grew older, things started to change. At first, it was small things. Tanya stopped coming over to my house as often. She began spending more time with a new group of friends. They were different from us, loud, confident, and interested in things we never cared about before. I noticed how Tanya laughed differently when she was with them. It wasn't her usual laugh, the one that made me feel warm inside. It was louder, almost forced. When I asked her about it, she just shrugged and said, "People change, Swarnali. It's normal." I tried to understand, but it hurt. I felt like she was slipping away from me. She stopped drawing as much and no longer wanted to make stories together. Instead, she talked about parties, fashion, and social media. I felt left out, like I didn't belong in her new world. Sometimes, I wondered if I had done something wrong. Did I bore her? Was I not fun enough? I kept telling myself it was just a phase and that she would come back to me. But deep down, I knew something had changed. One day, everything changed. It was a bright Saturday morning, and I decided to surprise Tanya. I brought her favorite cookies and went to her house. When I got there, I heard laughter coming from her backyard. Peeking through the fence, I saw Tanya with her new friends. They were laughing and taking pictures. I hesitated but decided to join them. "Hey, Tanya," I called out, waving with a big smile. She turned around and froze. For a moment, I saw her old self in her eyes, but then she said, "Oh, hi, Swarnali. We're kind of busy right now." Her friends giggled, and one of them whispered something I couldn't hear. My cheeks burned with embarrassment. I mumbled, "I just wanted to give you these cookies." I placed the box on the table and walked away, feeling like I didn't belong in her life anymore. That moment broke my heart. It was as if the invisible thread that connected us had snapped. I realized that Tanya wasn't the same person I had grown up with. She had moved on, and I was left behind. After that day, our friendship began to fade. We still talked sometimes, but it was never the same. Our conversations felt forced, like we were trying too hard to hold on to something that was already gone. Tanya's new friends were her priority, and I was just an old chapter in her life. She stopped calling me, and I stopped trying to reach out. The silence between us grew louder. I missed her so much. I missed the way we used to laugh, the way she understood me without words, and the way we could sit in comfortable silence. But now, we were like strangers. When we passed each other at school, we just smiled politely and walked on. I cried a lot during those days. Losing a friend is a different kind of pain. It's like losing a part of yourself. I kept asking, why did this happen? How could someone so close become so distant? But no one had the answers. One day, I decided I needed closure. I gathered all my courage and went to Tanya. "Can we talk?" I asked. She looked surprised but agreed. We sat under the old tree where we used to play. "Tanya," I began, "I miss you. I miss the way things used to be. What happened to us?" She looked down, avoiding my eyes. "Swarnali, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I guess we just grew apart. We're different now." Her words stung, but they were honest. I realized that holding on to the past wouldn't bring her back. People change, and that's okay. It doesn't mean they stop caring. It just means their path is different from yours. Instead of arguing, I nodded. "I understand," I said, even though my heart felt heavy. That conversation didn't fix everything, but it gave me peace. I learned to accept that some friendships are not meant to last forever. Sometimes, people come into your life to teach you something, and when their lesson is done, they leave. Now, when I look back, I don't feel sad anymore. I feel grateful. Tanya taught me the true meaning of friendship. She showed me what it's like to love and be loved unconditionally. Even though we drifted apart, the memories we shared will always be a part of me. I also learned an important lesson: change is a natural part of life. People grow, and so do relationships. It's okay to let go when the time comes. Holding on to something that no longer fits can hurt more than letting go. Today, I have new friends who bring joy to my life. But a part of me will always cherish the bond one had with Tanya. She was my first best friend, and nothing can change that. So, to everyone listening, remember this: friendships may change, but they always leave a mark on your heart. Be open to new connections and cherish the memories of old ones. And never stop believing in the beauty of friendship. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it helped you learn English and understand that it's okay to let go and grow. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining.